for Arsenal to get off.
West Ham's results as well, man. West Ham's results as well.
I don't think West Ham are going to be in near the top for a title race, Puz. I'm joined by the main man himself, none other than number one Arsenal fan. Puz, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm very good. The Black Andreas and Iniesta here today. Yeah, man. As Chris said, there's nowhere else to start off but the big one. I hate Arsenal Man United matches, man. They get me nervy. I'm sitting there like Chris. I'm literally sitting there like this. Like even when I know we're going to talk about it. Yeah. When I see Garnacho going through, I'm like, he's scoring. And the first thing that came to my head was, wait, he's offside. Like, and to the naked eye, the first thing is he's offside. When I see the replay, I'm like, oh yeah, it's done. When they overturn it, I'm like, oh, okay. Whoever in it.
Topsy-turvy game. Look, I as soon as I saw it as well, I didn't even look at the offside, if I'm honest. But it looked tight because Gabriel looked like he was level playing him on. But what's his face? Gary Neville said that because he was leaning back doing that, like, is the head considered a part of onside, offside? Because let's say Garnacho...
You can score with your head, innit?
Yeah, you can. So if Garnacho's foot was in line with Gabriel's head as such, and that was where the line was, then he would have been onside, I guess, because Gabriel was sort of jumped back like this, and his head seemed to be the furthest thing forward. What do you think overall of the VAR in that game? Because there's a lot to get into over the weekend about VAR.
Well, I don't think having...
I'll tell you what, let's start with a penalty. First off, is it a penalty for you?
I don't think Havertz stabbed. Like I said, when you're first looking at it, naked eye, he's gone right through the middle of the both of them. They've sandwiched him. He's going to go down. Or he's going to lose all balance. What do you want him to do? He's going to lose all balance. He has to move his feet in a particular way. It's a foul for me anyway, but referee said it's not a foul, or VAR said it's not a foul. Referee did give it. VAR said it's not a foul. And the referee stuck with them.
I think they asked for a review.
The Ragnus one.
They asked for a review, and then he overturned his own decision. Yeah. I mean, there was emphasized on there that the final decision will be referees.
Yeah, no, I understand, but it was what it was. When I saw that, I just automatically went back to 99, 98 days, and I'm like, yeah, United have, I don't know, referees in their bag again. And the Ragnus Højlund one, that was never a penalty.
No.
Yeah, that was never a penalty. Even he didn't appeal for a penalty. So
No, he was
Ten Hag coming out after
ground.
that and saying it was a penalty. It was a bit of a joke. But
that was a bit weird. Yeah, Ten Hag's been getting on my nerves, to be honest, lately. He's kind of turned into a bit of a puppet for the Glazers, and I'm happy to say that because everyone falls in line eventually. They all do. We loved Erik Ten Hag's honesty in this first season, but now this season, apparently we had a good preseason. Apparently we didn't get overrun by Wolves. Apparently we were unlucky with Spurs. Apparently that should have been a penalty. It was never a penalty. So I'm not liking Erik Ten Hag at the moment, but there you go. All right, so
you lot can never come back to North London, man. Just stay in Manchester, man. North London's not the place for you.
No. We're getting spanked all over the place. So Erik Ten Hag's record of away games against the supposed Big Six continues. That's 9 games now. 8 losses, 1 draw, and no wins. It's incredible, actually. It's incredible. We can't seem to... Saying all of that, though, I think in the past we can be criticised for being very open. I don't think we were open against Arsenal today. I think we played well in spells. I think we kept in the game. I think we restricted Saka and Martinelli. Wan-Bissaka did well. Dalot had
Can I ask you a question? Do you actually think you restricted Martinelli?
Yeah, he won.
He was our biggest threat all game.
He won 6 corners off of Wan-Bissaka.
More than that, must have been more than 6.
Nah, he won more than 6. Off him. In other words, Wan-Bissaka gave away 6 corners. You had a lot more than 6 corners.
No, I know. That's what I thought. It was more off Wan-Bissaka because he was constantly going at him.
He was, but like, he didn't get any change out of Wan-Bissaka today. Wan-Bissaka played it safe. And at the end of the day, I don't know what you expect Wan-Bissaka to do. Do you expect him to tackle him, win the ball, and then counter-attack? Because what I expect him is to shut the danger down. So whether that's to put it out for a corner, intercept the ball, block the ball, that's doing your job at the end of the day. Martinelli didn't get to the byline, didn't go past Wan-Bissaka, didn't put any through balls in. His corners were shocking. Martinelli had an excellent game, by the way. He had a really good game. He was constantly going at Wan-Bissaka. And that's what you want. And it was encouraging because Arsenal were very direct. But what I'm saying is the threat was nullified. We gave away corners, but we seemed to be able to deal with them okay. And Martinelli didn't look like he was either going to assist or score today. As it stands, who was it that drew it? Who is it that cut it back for Odegaard? Martinelli,
yeah. Martinelli.
Fair enough. Yeah, so he got past Mark, but I don't know where Wan-Bissaka was on that phase there. That was lovely Arsenal play actually on that far side. I think we just fallen asleep after scoring a goal. So, are you happy now with your start to the season, Puz? What were the encouraging signs for you? Were you worried about the threat of this game?
To be honest, if we just go back to the analysis on this game, we played well in spells. We did allow you guys to have a lot of the ball and control the tempo, which I found weird. And watching it, I just thought, okay, maybe this is something that's been passed on by Mikel Arteta, saying to the players, let them have the ball, let them come at us, and we can possibly counter-attack because we're not getting any change out of them by just having possession and trying to break through the blocks. In regards to the start of the season, I mean, we can't complain. It's the start of the season. Everyone hasn't really got going yet. Even Man City, as scary as it sounds, haven't got going yet. But 10 points out of 12, can't really complain. I wish all our players were on international break, but they're not. There's useless friendlies in between. But I don't know. Man City is still... They're still points ahead. And the way it's looking like, they haven't got into gear yet. They might just pull away. So watching what we've done so far, we're conceding goals, which is not what I would want. I'm sure we've conceded in every single match, if I'm not...
I don't know if you've had a clean sheet, but I think that's Ramsdale for me.
You think so?
Yeah, I think if there's areas...
Even today?
No, not necessarily today. He didn't have much to do today, to be honest, but he is not a top keeper in terms of his distribution. So after about 10 minutes, Arsenal actually had a chance to knock the ball about at the back. They've played it to Ramsdale. He's played a very shaky, hesitant pass straight into our midfield, intercepted by, I think, Eriksen. And so if there's one area of that defense which can be improved, it's Ramsdale. He's a really good shot stopper, but he's not like the best shot stopper in the world. And his distribution is very questionable. If you want to be able to play from the back, you look at the difference with him and Onana today.
I was going to say that. Onana, when I saw Onana today, I was like, is this guy playing in the defense? Or he's so high, and his confidence is really, really high. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is what Ten Hag bought him for, literally. Exactly. And he made more passes than probably Rashford today.
Apparently, he made more passes today than De Gea did in the whole of last season, you know?
I heard that.
We saw the best and worst of Onana, though. So he looked really good at the back, crossing the ball. But on that second goal, Declan Rice's goal, does De Gea get down and save that? I personally,
I don't blame
De Gea saves it. No, in the sense of we've seen De Gea pull off those kinds of saves for years and years and years and years and years. Onana gets a full hand to it.
But you gotta understand, when Declan Rice is taking a shot, if I'm a goalkeeper, I'm watching the flat of the ball. The ball's going one way. He now has to adjust when it's taking a deflection to try and go the other way. So he can only do what he can do. No one, not even the commentary, no one's blamed Onana for that goal. It's completely not his fault. It's taking a deflection. Declan Rice has hit that with enough power and just crept beyond him. There's nothing Onana can do, in my opinion.
That's fine. No, well, look, I'm not criticizing Onana in the sense of could he have done more? I don't think he can. But what I'm saying is I think De Gea saves that. Like, I've seen De Gea make horrible mistakes over the years, but then I've also seen him pull off those kinds of saves. I mean, it wasn't that long ago against you where he had an absolute worldie, like over 30 saves. He was pulling off those kinds of saves. Jordan Pickford's done that twice in 2 weeks. Deflected shot, palmed it from nowhere. Onana got a full hand to it. It's gone underneath his hand. So his hand, it's not strong enough. It's gone underneath his hand. All I'm saying is, we'll never know. I think De Gea saves that. But at the same time, do we get to play that calm football at the back that we saw today with De Gea in goal? No. So overall, it's marginal. It's marginal. I've got no complaints, really. I don't think it was a penalty, though, on Havertz, because even though Casemiro comes across, he doesn't touch Havertz. Havertz is gone through the two and he's started to hit the deck, and it's his trailing leg, which is off the ground, which hits Aaron Wan-Bissaka's leg. Aaron Wan-Bissaka doesn't trip him. Havertz's leg comes up, and as it comes up in the air, it brushes past Aaron Wan-Bissaka's thing. So, although I've seen them given, I understand why it was overturned at the same time. And Garnacho was definitely offside. Garnacho was definitely offside. Loads of people in my group pinging off saying, "Oh, how is he offside? He's offside because he's offside." Yeah, that's it. He's offside because he's offside. You can't really complain about offside.
When I saw Garnacho doing all that nonsense, trying to do this, I was just like, you want to come to the Emirates and Shambhala? Watch. You watch.
Welcome. Who's just joined us? Is that Smiles? You're on mute.
Of course it is.
Smiles, where are you? You're on mute, mate. You're on mute.
Mr. KMT. What are you saying? You're featuring Drake today, Smiles, yeah?
Isn't it?
You featuring Drake, KMT, yeah? What are you saying? The Red Devils, Demon just got out the can, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't already know the relationship between Puz and our regular guest, Man United Smiles, is always
interesting. KMT, love for my brother is deep. Go on, Smiles. What are you saying?
Smiles, we were just talking about the Arsenal United game. Do you want to give us your take? What did you think?
Oh, sorry, Chris. Not you. I'm talking to the other kid next to you. Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm not next to him. There's no kid next to him.
There you go. Exactly. There you go. He's on the other side of this. Technically, if we're talking about on screen terms. There you go.
Smiles, tell us it wasn't offside.
I don't even know how I feel. I'll be honest with you. I can't even lie to you. I'll be honest with you. Was it offside? I didn't think it was offside, but obviously they're saying it's offside. Sorry, man. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. Let me just put a disclaimer there. When the second goal went in, I switched it off. I didn't even know it was 3-1 until about 20 minutes ago.
Fair enough. Apparently,
you should have watched the third goal. The third goal was cold. From Reece Nelson winning the ball. When Fabio Vieira had it, I was just like, make the most crucial pass. Make the pass.
Quick question: do you think you should have won that game?
Play the pass at the right moment. Sorry?
Do you think you should have won that game?
On the balance of it, we had better chances to win the game. So yeah.
Debatable.
Do you think the game should have petered out to a draw?
Nah.
I think if we didn't have both of our injuries, it would have been a different scenario. Because who
was injured? Who was injured apart from
Martinez and Lindelof came off?
So that's two centre backs.
Yeah, but he was playing bad anyway. He wasn't having a great game, was he? Martinez.
No. Martinez was having a fine game. He was fine. Martinez was fine. People, what did he do wrong? He took out Nketiah on a halfway line, but we know he ain't got a problem with that. He got a yellow card for it. What did he do wrong?
So wait. So who else is injured apart from Varane?
Martinez and Lindelof came off injured today. Both of our centre backs.
Lindelof just got taken off, didn't he?
No, that's what we just said.
Oh,
Martinez and Lindelof came off. They were both injured.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying if they were still on the pitch,
Party's injured. That's our best midfielder.
Bro, that's one player. He didn't even start, so it's not like.
That's Smiles's point. Smiles is saying he feels that it would have been a different end if both of our centre backs didn't come off. That's what he's saying.
Should have with the good man.
No, we can't
punch you up. I swear to God, fam.
Wait, bro. I can't deal with hypotheticals. I can only deal with facts. Facts of the game is 3-1. Facts of the game is 3-1.
This is what?
Diego Dallo got told to sit down, man.
Bro, he had Sake in his pocket all throughout the game.
Then he got sat down in the last kick of the game, bro.
Obviously, that's one chance, isn't it?
At the end
of the one chance led to one goal, man. One chance is all you need.
I tell you what, he's a flipping nub. I don't even know if I can swear because
language, please. Language.
I'll tell you what, though. Smiles made an interesting point. If you're going to... One second, let me come up here. If you're going to make a point about the centre-backs coming off, then your point has to be about our ownership. And I'm going to sound like a boring, routine Man United fan talk about it. But that's the difference. That's the difference. Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Liverpool, their options coming off the bench now. Yes, Puz, go on.
Is it true that they're not selling no more? Because I saw it online that they're not selling, but Gary Neville was just saying
apparently they want to stay here till 2025.
I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. But I don't know.
So the point is, I can do a whole video on our summer. We've had a horrible transfer window. I think it was a 3 out of 10. The fact that we are getting Johnny Evans on a 1-year deal and we're signing Sofian Amrabat on loan. We haven't even signed him. We've paid 10 million euros for a loan deal for a year. It tells you everything about where we are as a club. We're broke. Manchester United are broke. We don't have money. We can't compete with the likes of Liverpool, who can spend 110 on Caicedo, or Arsenal, who can spend 100 mil on Rice. Liverpool didn't buy Caicedo. They bid 110 for Caicedo. They could have afforded him. Obviously, Chelsea actually went and then paid 115 for him. Man City spent £100 million on Gvardiol, and he didn't even start. That's the difference between United and the rest of the teams at the moment. We are bringing on a 35-year-old past it has-been who in 10 minutes was bullied 3 times by Jesus. 3 times was bullied. And then he's moaning that Jesus bullied him again and he should have had a free kick when all Jesus did was stand in front of his man, and that allowed Declan Rice to get the shot off. There's the difference. Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans was our finishing team. Wow, that's not even championship level. Anyway, moving moving swiftly on. Unless you lot have anything else to say.
Wait, before we move on,
moving on. What do you need to say? What do you need to say? What do you need to say? What do you mean? He said moving on. What do you need to say?
Hold on.
Hold on. What?
You're right.
Got to say. I'm very all right. Okay. I'm very, very all right. What do you need to say?
Okay. I can send you painkillers.
Bro, all right, cool. Say that.
Okay.
But I know you. All right, cool.
You okay?
Watch. Go on, carry on.
What do you have to say?
Go on.
No, I was going to ask you if you've got anything else to say in regards to the game. That's all.
You said moving on. Everyone agreed, but you wanted to speak up. To ask the question he asked.
I don't have anything else to say. In fact, no, I'll tell you what, I will say this.
What do you think of our striker, Chris? Say, let me just throw a spanner in the works.
Højlund did okay, didn't he? He obviously he's feeding on the graveyard shift. We don't create for our striker. Should Rashford have tried to slip him in early on that break? Maybe. I don't know if that pass was on, because he would have had to have curved it quite far around Gabriel for Højlund to get onto, and I don't know if there was enough space because Ramsdale was quite far from his line. I don't know.
I reckon, obviously, I reckon he should have done a ball that would have been a 50-50 for Ramsdale to think about coming out. Yeah, he's got the legs on what's his name? Gabriel. Yeah, not even Gabriel. He was ahead of Gabriel.
What I'm saying is, Rashford, he was ahead of him. Højlund was behind Rashford. So Rashford looking up and across, he didn't necessarily see him. Or look, we all wanted him to play that ball. But what I'm saying is that ball at that speed is very, very hard to play. And had Rashford have tried it and it not worked, it would have just fizzled out. In the end, it just fizzled out. So I'm saying it's a bit 50-50. But what I did like about him is he came on and he straight away started trying to bully the centre-backs. He was getting into Gabriel. He got in front of Gabriel twice and he was really physical. And I think we've not had that since when? When was the last time we had a striker?
I didn't even know it was 6'2". I didn't know it was so big. But he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem for sure.
I could do a whole video on Rasmus Højlund. I've watched him for the last 2 seasons now. I've done a lot of research on him. One of the strengths of his game, he's very quick. People won't necessarily see that. But he's very quick. I'm sure if we had a speedometer to measure how fast him and Anthony broke, the guy's rapid. He's very strong. He's 6'2", and he can finish with both feet. What do you think of him, Smiles?
I don't know enough about him to have come to any.
You think he did well?
I've heard all the things you've said about him. So, and from Man United fans, I want to believe it, bro. That's the same thing they told me for Martial, bro. But he didn't hit the ground running. But let's see. Go on. Sorry, I just wanted to ask your opinion. I thought he did good.
But to be fair, Rashford and Anthony played well tracking back today. So defensively, you guys actually did look very solid. Even though you lost by 3 goals, you still look very solid.
Yeah, but that can happen in any game when you're trying to win it at the end. And so the scoreline doesn't really reflect what the actual outcome was. I thought it was a tight game for most of it. What I was going to say beforehand, actually, I can't even remember what it was, to be honest. It's just gone out of my head. I can't even remember what it was. I don't know. I've said my piece about the Glazers. I've said my piece about what it was. No. Actually, sorry, apologies. I remember. What I will say is this to finalise. I think full credit to Arsenal. I think they went back to a 4 today, bringing Gabriel back in the defence. They looked solid. They controlled our threat. And even though we had our moments at times, they largely controlled our threat. We didn't really look like we could pose them real problems other than on the counter. Arsenal moved the ball really well. Odegaard's a Rolls Royce of a player. And in the end, they did enough to win the game, even though it was solid for 92 minutes. They did enough. And that's because you look at what the signings that Arsenal have made. They signed Declan Rice. He's now written himself in Emirates history. He is now a fan hero for life. That is what they bought him for. Someone who can get up and down the pitch for 95 minutes and still find the power in his weaker foot to bury it past 2 defenders and Onana. What a finish. That is what they spent £100 million for. We don't want to go and spend, because we don't have the money, £40 million on a Todibo from the French league. So we sign a 35-year-old Johnny Evans, who's so weak as crap now, not played for a year, and he makes half a challenge and gets bullied by Jesus. That's the difference. We sign Evans, you sign Rice, you win. There's the difference. So I think full credit to Arsenal. I thought they played well and controlled the game.
And still fuck them forever, man.
We just got to accept where we are, Puz.
They won the game. Credit where, man. They won the game. Cool. Deal with that. We'll go again next time with Buck.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be much different if they came to Old Trafford.
Punch that, bro.
Let me put some context on this for you. We were diving into the market for a left back because of the injuries to Shaw and Malacia. The short lists were Cucurella, Alonso, and Reguilon, right? Alonso, no thank you. His legs went 4 years ago. Cucurella, I would have been okay with. Had a horrible season last season, but Chelsea's whole team did. We've seen some of them go. Kovacic looks like a hell of a player again. Havertz, yet to be seen. Mount, yet to be seen. Cucurella I would have taken because before last season, he looked like one of the world's best players. Pep Guardiola even put in a £45 million bid, right? Cool. But the reason why we didn't get Cucurella, ready for this? Because we had no option to send him back in January. We could not afford a whole season-long loan for Cucurella. So that's why we've gone with Reguilon. Like, there's levels to this game, gentlemen. We are in serious.
Brother, I don't know how you're smiling too much in your camera. I'm just letting you know. I don't know how you're smiling.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in for everyone right now. For everyone who wants to give Man United problems, we know we've got our own problems, right? Our team is decimated, right? We had no money. We've had no money. We've signed Johnny Evans on a 1-year extension. And let's not get it twisted. The worst part is this. Forget the fact that we haven't got money. We are run like crap. We turned down £60 million for Maguire and Scott McTominay. We turned it down because we think Scott McTominay is worth 40 mil and Harry Maguire didn't want to go. Do you really think if that was Pep Guardiola or Pochettino or Arteta or Jose Mourinho or Ancelotti, a player can turn around and say, I don't want to go? Man, get out the blood clot club. Move. You're not playing. And yet what happened today? I give up, bruv. I give up. He had to play today. He had to play today because we ain't got a flipping defender.
Bruv, and that boy from Southeast London, I'm from Southeast London, but he's just peeing me off at the moment, bro. Did you hear what Pep said? Not Pep, see, I even hate that.
Ten Hag
said about him, Sancho, he's not been training well.
But guys, sorry, I know we've gone back onto Man United, yeah, but what do you think is wrong with him, Smarts?
Who?
What's going on?
Bro,
Sancho. What's wrong? What's happened?
I'm backing him, bro, and it's feeling out, bro. I'm backing him a lot, bro. I put my neck on the line, bro. People were saying no.
But what do you actually think has gone wrong? What's gone wrong? Do you think he's the one with the rumor? No, but he wasn't at United when the rumors came out. You don't even know the rumors. It's me and Sim that will make jokes about the rumors. The transgender rumors. But yeah, no, go on.
Bro. Bro. The man got shooters with them. But yeah.
No, Sancho's man them, so I'm not even going at this. No.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. And I want him to be my guy. I want him to be my guy.
He had a decent preseason as well. He had an okay preseason playing in the false nine. He did okay. But Sancho's just one of a hell of a lot of problems. In fact, I think if a decent money offer would have come in for Sancho, we'd have sold him this season. It's interesting because Pellistri started on the bench ahead of him, and obviously he didn't come off the bench. So Sancho at the moment is, even though he's come off the bench the last few games, he's saying he didn't train well. We had this problem last season with Sancho where he was off for 3 months because of mental issues, right? So this is the problem with United. We spent.
Do you think the shirt? Do you think the shirt is weighing too heavy on him?
Maybe, Puz. Maybe some players look at Pepe. Some players just don't cut it at the top level.
No. You can't even compare him to Pepe. Pepe's had a way better start than Sancho's had. To be honest.
No, I'm saying in general, has Pepe lived up to the price tag? Like, we spent £75 million on Pepe on Sancho, and he's on £300,000 a week. That you cannot have a player like that on the bench.
No, do you know what it is with Pepe? I think with Pepe, something's happened between Pepe and Arteta. Obviously. When Arteta first came in, Pepe was always playing. But something's gone wrong because Pepe didn't become a bad player overnight. He's not bad. He's actually a really good player.
He did nothing on loan, though.
I know, but bro, do you know what it is? Sometimes certain things happen in life, man.
That's what I'm saying to you. Maybe it's the same for Sancho. He had 3 months off. It wasn't even an injury. Like, if he broke his back, God forbid, if he broke his back or had some broke a bone, we can all say, do you know what, he's had a life-changing injury, right? But it wasn't. The guy's just off. Erik ten Hag sent him to Holland for 3 months. The club is crap. Puz, look at the Mason Greenwood saga. How Richard Arnold, how our CEO still has a job after that Mason Greenwood madness. how he still has a job. Are you?
Look,
look, man. Let's not get on.
With Mason Greenwood, yeah. Let me shut my mouth anyway, man. So good.
I think, gentlemen, I think we've pretty much covered everything we wanted to talk about. We spent large portions of this
Spurs
episode.
We didn't talk about Spurs. They're looking scary.
Oh, let's go back to Spurs. 5 goals against Burnley.
Maddison has changed our whole team around. Man, they're looking. Sorry?
So I was talking to Chris. That's who we should have bought.
Instead of Mount.
Yeah.
We've got Bruno though, mate.
Hey, listen, Mount costs what? 3 times the price of Maddison? That's mad.
No, he didn't. Maddison cost 40 mil.
Exactly.
Oh, is he 40? I don't know why I thought it was 25.
No, at the end of the day, I said to you, Smiles, at the start, and if Eric Ten Hag for me is a wizard, but he's not without fault. Some of the signings he's made, we're still waiting for the, £80 million will be his Maguire if it doesn't work out, right? Every player he's bought has a touch point. The reason why he wanted Mason Mount so bad was to ultimately upgrade Eriksen. Eriksen didn't do badly today. Eriksen put Rashford through.
Oh, guys, wait, hold on. Sorry, breaking news.
Right, he's gone.
Yeah, you're reading it as well. Sancho just put out a statement.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it out for you. Oh, he's going at Ten Hag. Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what. Uh-oh. There's problems in United. Hey. So I don't believe Eric Ten Hag should have even come out and said what he said. But he's done that and now he's caused this. So...
Look, man, I have been saying this from the start of the video that not all is rosy.
Why do managers do this, Chris? Why do managers actually do this? Like, they love throwing players under the bus with false narratives.
At the end of the day, managers are some of the most up themselves people on the planet, right? They will live and die by their word. We've seen so many managers sign players and be ignorant. But this is typical. Listen, Puz, every single manager that comes to United falls in line. Maybe in their first season, they're outspoken. Ranić was the only one who actually came and didn't give a crap because he wasn't on a permanent contract. But Oli was a yes man. Jose Mourinho became a yes man and was gone by Christmas in his third season, sorry. Van Gaal became a yes man, and we're seeing the same happen to Ten Hag. I was watching interviews with him, and so he's a yes man. He's under the Glazers regime. So if there's criticism played at him, he palms it off. Oh, you guys didn't run enough against Wolves. No, we were fine. We ran loads. You guys didn't play well against Spurs. We played well. If Bruno Fernandes scores that goal, we're fine. So any issues or negativity, he gets palmed off because we're positive FC. Our PR team should be the PR team for the Premier League. We have the best PR team in the world. We love positives. We We can only have positive vibes all the time. Bro, that whole Mason Greenwood stuff.
I think what Ten Hag has done is going to cause more problems because now Sancho's come out. Now he's come out and said this. Everyone's going to be thinking, "Oh wait, hold on, what's actually going on at the club?" With the loss today, it adds to it, and I can understand the players' frustration. I've watched a lot of podcasts, and players do say this, like, "Right, like the manager's come out and said something about me which was wrong. I wanted to go and punch him up, or I wanted to go and do something, or I wanted to release a statement." There's a lot of players that don't actually say things. I think Sancho just had enough today. And with what Ten Hag said, obviously we were talking about it, saying what's wrong with him. He's just had enough. He's just like, nah, I'm not having this today.
I'm not having it no more.
And he said something.
Sancho is not a Ten Hag player in the sense of he doesn't track back. He doesn't work well.
I believe he can though, Chris. I believe he can do all that. He just has to play under the right manager.
Look, if there's one thing we say about Sancho is his work rate isn't there. He's not strong on the ball. He pulls out of challenges. Look, Is he a more talented player than Anthony? Yes, he is. But we all saw what Anthony and Rashford did today. They busted their ass for 89 minutes, 90 minutes even. Arsenal were nullified. It was a tight game. The 3-1 doesn't show, and that's what he wants from his wide players. He wants them to bust their ass. He wants them to work back. You don't get that from Sancho, right? Sancho is a luxury player. There's a reason why Pep didn't want him. Right, he worked in the Borussia Dortmund team because they were a counter-attacking team. Literally, all he had to do was
Chris, when you're a counter-attacking team, what's the main thing you have to do?
Defend well and break quickly. Again, Sancho's not the blistering pace, is he? He's a luxury.
He's got pace. He's got crazy pace.
Sancho's not quick. Sancho's not quick. No. Sancho's got very quick feet. He's not a quick player. Don't get that twisted. Sancho's not blistering. Sancho can't break lines. Sancho's not pushing the ball past Zinchenko and beating him one-on-one. Not even Zinchenko, bro.
Do you know what's crazy now? I'm going to try... Go on, you guys talk. I'm going to try create... I need to do something for the gram, and what Sancho just said. But yeah, no, go on, guys.
Anyway, Smiles, I was just on that point there, what we were saying about Sancho. You give me your opinion. Why do you think Eric doesn't like him?
I don't think he's an Eric Ten Hag player. That's the bottom line of it. He wants the hard-working players. So the Mount, the Fernandez, and the problem with Sancho, his end product is not even all that. He can't beat him. One of the things that we bought him for, beating a man and assisting, he's not doing none of those. So it's not looking good for him. But I thought he started the season well.
So do I. I thought he came on with a point to prove. When he was.
But I feel like you got to give him time, though. You got to give him time.
He's had 3 seasons, bro. He's had time.
2 years, fam. Bro, come on.
2 years.
And didn't he arrive the same time as Anthony?
No.
Did he come the year before that?
Yeah.
No, he came 2 years ago. Anthony came last year. He came 2 years before. This is his 3rd year. He's an Ollie signing.
Ollie social bye.
What's Sim doing, blood? Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Chris.
No, look.
Pop somewhere. Go on.
At the end of the day, love to Sim, by the way. Love to Sim. Hope you're doing
well. Big up Sim on his birthday.
There you go. Why you got to say that for, bro? Why you got to say that for?
You don't say that on my...
Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Puz is allowed to, but no one is allowed to... oh, no, hold on a minute. We're not going to say the ages. That's it. That's the difference.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm out. Oh, there we go. Forever young. No, look. We do this. We go on for tangents about what's wrong with United. Sancho is just one of the key issues. Look, Eric Ten Hag has got massive problems. He's got huge problems. He's a miracle worker. We've done really well last season, but the pressure's mounting at the end of the day. We lost to Arsenal, even though we didn't deserve to lose. The pressure's mounting. We got 6 points from 12. We're not playing great. We're not playing, even though you can't go to the Emirates and expect to dominate. We actually did really, really well. So there's lots of positives to take from that. I don't know what he's talking about, Hoyland. Look, at the end of the day, we'll see. The fact that the Glazers are potentially going to stay now for 2025 is the most depressing news ever. I would honestly...
What are we saying about Tottenham?
I think Tottenham are going to finish 5th this season. I think they're doing well, but that Angie's football is dangerous football in the Premier League. So far, it's paid off. But when they come up against the likes of Arsenal, City, Brighton, Newcastle, who can sit and absorb that pressure, I think they're going to struggle. And ultimately, I don't think Tottenham have what Arsenal have, which is that strong mentality. If Tottenham go a goal down or 2 goals down, what's their mental strength to come back from that? I don't know. Tottenham have always been.
But attack is the best form of defense, though.
No, man, you've got a walking red card in Romero, and he's now got a brother in Pedro on the right side. Liability. I would love to see Martinelli running at that left back. What's his name? Pedro Porro. What's his name?
Pedro Porro. Yeah.
I would love to see Martinelli because we saw what you have to do against Martinelli. You can't stop him, but you can restrict him. Wan-Bissaka were brilliant today, blocking, getting the ball out, but he's still got corners off him. So you're going to get effectiveness from Martinelli regardless. That Porro, wow. We're going to see. And Saka's going to have a field day against Udogie. I'm sorry, that Udogie is liability.
So what, you don't think he's good, Udogie?
Nah. Athletically, he's strong, but he lunges in and he doesn't read the game. A classic brother who just relies on his ability, his physical ability, than it does of actually reading the game. Look at the difference between him and Estepinha from Brighton. Estepinha's been here for 2 seasons now, and he's chilled down so much. Estepinha is a wonderful fullback now, giving me Evra vibes.
I feel like Estepinha is just a typical old school left back that does his job.
He wasn't, though.
He wasn't.
No. When he first came in, he was reckless. He was a liability, man shooting from 40 yards, playing silly balls. You know what I mean?
That's just a South American in a minute.
That's it. But then you learn how to play in the Premier League. It's not a joke. You muck about like that, you get punished. And he's been brilliant now. He's one of their top performers. In fact, Estepinha's relationship with Mitoma is one of their best weapons.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not rating Tottenham. I think Maddison's coming into a fantastic start. And fair play to him. I think he's a very talented player. Angi's got him dropping deep into the sort of number 6 roles, picking up the ball and dictating play. And it's nice to see that. But at the end of the day, Harry Kane's a massive loss. And
we'll see.
Kulusevski for me is not, Richarlison's not.
let's take a moment to laugh at Richarlison.
There you go. Yeah. So they've got some good players, but they're going to fall short. They're not going to be pushing. I think for Spurs, if I was a Spurs fan, if I was a Spurs team, I would put everything into a really good FA Cup run and try and win a trophy.
Well, they're already out of one trophy this year.
What's that? The League Cup.
Yep, the League Cup.
Nice. There you go. Flipping Spurs. Jesus. Anyway,
we love you, Tottenham. We do.
We love you. Anyway, yeah, so nothing to say there. All right, boys, I think we've very much covered everything, haven't we? We've gone over everything.
Do you guys want to touch on Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane and just how well they're doing abroad?
Nah, Bellingham's the GOAT.
I think he's him, He's actually him. Bellingham's actually him still.
He's the guy. You know the Real Madrid fans, because he's got that Zidane shirt, yeah? The Real Madrid fans are already calling him captain material.
No, he is. Everyone knows he's captain material. From the England squad, he's captain material. He became the Dortmund captain. Like, he's going to be that guy. Like, I love it. I love watching him play football. I love watching him score the winning goals.
I hope he never comes to England.
But he's gonna have to play for he's gonna have to play for the England team.
No, you misunderstand. I hope.
No. I know what you mean. I'm just saying.
Like, we talk about the likes of Roberto Carlos, Zidane, Iniesta, Xavi, Inzaghi, Pirlo. Some of the greatest players that ever played the game. They didn't play in the Prem, did they?
Nah, that's true. Do you know what's mad? When you actually sit down and think about it, the greatest players ever. You lot are gonna. Yeah. Most of the greatest players ever never touched the Prem. Like R9 never touched the Prem.
It's 50-50, bro, because some of the greatest players played in the Prem. Ronaldo, Henry, Drogba, John Terry.
Bro, I don't even Drogba's not even top 20, bro.
And
I've agreed. Top 20 greatest players of all time.
That's the only thing that I've agreed with him all day today, but I agree with him on that.
Drogba is not top 20, bro. Do you want me to name names that come before Drogba?
No, in terms of world class strikers, in terms of top players that have come out of the Prem.
If you're talking about strikers, that's a whole different story.
Strikers.
I said players. Players.
Well, I named loads of players. I named loads of Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Thierry Henry, David Beckham.
20.
What players of all time? This is a whole new conversation, by the way. Top 20 players of all time.
Bro, Henry's in there.
Flipping heck. You're probably talking...
Maldini and Nesta are in there over John Terry.
Drogba's not in there.
Drogba's not in there, bro.
No, he's
not even close.
He's not, but I was just talking...
Samuel Eto'o's in there before Drogba.
Don't know about that.
What's your point? Go on.
No, he was just saying about how when you look at some of the greatest players of all time, they didn't really come from the Premier League. And what I'm trying to say to you is, if you're just naming, you didn't say top 20 players of all time. You just said some of the top players of all time. And I'm saying that we've had some of the best players of all time. When you look at some of the top players that have been, like they've played in the Prem, like I said, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo made his career in the Premier League. Arguably, in my opinion, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. There's only one.
He made his career. Like his best ever moments.
No, he made his career in the Prem and then went on to elevate his career. Sorry. Obviously, I think his best years were at Madrid, where he won countless back-to-back Ballon d'Ors. He doesn't even get the move to Madrid without the start at United. We took him from Sporting Lisbon as a 17-year-old boy and made him into that player. He then took it to another level. But he won his first Ballon d'Or, 48 goals in all competitions, first Ballon d'Or, Champions League win at United in the Premier League.
It's got that good goal from more or less the halfway line against Arsenal in the semis.
There you go.
It was a free kick, bro. It wasn't from the halfway line. It was a free kick. It was from like almost yards.
About the goal against Porto, the 42-yard rocket in the Champions League.
No, he mentioned against Arsenal.
No, but I'm thinking he's getting confused with the two goals. The free kick against Arsenal, yes. And do you know what? That free kick was very similar to what we did against Chelsea on the opening day, Rashford's goal. Very similar technique.
Literally.
Nah, but Ronaldo's was at the side, though. It wasn't straight on. We're getting on sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked here. This could turn into an 8-hour pod.
I know if we had carried up for about the next 10 seconds, I knew where the argument was going to go.
There we go.
I've shut my mouth. I don't even know what you're going to say right now.
Let's not even go there. Anyway, yes, some of the greatest players of all time haven't even played in the Prem, but there we go. Listen, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on today. Smiles. Next time, hopefully, we'll see you on camera, right?
Yeah, 100%. Sorry. 100%.
All good. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Puz, it's been an absolute pleasure as always, my bro. You have a wonderful week.
Hey, Puz, but me in 20 minutes. Let's talk. Let's carry on the conversation.
Guys, you've been absolutely incredible. If you haven't done so already, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. Comments in below. We are quite good at getting back to comments, and if there's anything interesting, we will always try and read it out on the channel as well. But